So last week we talked about classifying our triangles with their different types. And we also talked about finding the perimeter and areas of our rectangles and squares. What was the formula for finding the area of a square or a rectangle?
1/2 of base times height.
For just square or rectangle? Right, instead of it being base, we called it the length times the width, right? Because remember, we're finding the inside when we find the area. So we multiplied the length times the width, and we labeled it as units squared. If it's area, remember we squared it. And how about, what did we say for the area of a triangle? Yeah, and why did we do 1/2 of base times height? Because it's a square cut in half. And we also labeled that as units squared since we're finding the area. We just watched our video on finding the area of a parallelogram. What did they tell us? How do we find the area of a parallelogram? Base times height. The area is our base of our triangle times the height. And just like when we're finding the base and the height on our triangle, the base and the height intersect to form what? What kind of angle is formed? A right angle is formed when the base and the height intersect. You guys try to find the area for this parallelogram here and show me. Don't forget to include your units. Our base here is 8 and our height is 7. So when we do 8 times 7, we get 56 centimeters squared. Good. Don't forget about that squared because we're measuring in 2 dimensions. Okay, we did 1 and 4 together last week. Now I want you to try number 2. Look at the congruent symbols there to show me, right, what would the perimeter and the area be? We have the congruent symbol on each of our sides. This is how we know this is a square. Samantha, how'd you find the perimeter? So, 1 second, I'm going to go over in the board. So here our answer is 20 centimeters for the perimeter. And for the area, now Zoe, how'd you find the area?
I did 5 times 20.
Remember, each side is 5, so you're doing length times width. So what are you going to multiply? 5 times 5. One side is the length, one side is the width. What's your area? 25 centimeters squared. Okay, you guys try number 3 and then we're gonna check it together.
So basically
We're gonna add. Perimeter means we need to add the distance around the outside. So if they're decimals, just make sure to line up your decimals. Zane, when you added them up, what'd you get?
I got 20.6.
20.6 for our perimeter. And don't forget about the feet there. Now to find the area here. Lucia, how would I find the area of number 3?
So you do the base times the height.
This is a rectangle, so length times width. So what did you multiply?
4 times 6.3.
Right, and remember these are decimals, so line it up like this. Xavier, when you multiplied, what'd you get?
Well, I got 24 feet, but that's wrong.
Okay.
And I think it is 20, yeah.
25.2 feet squared. Good. Okay, this last one, with our parallelogram, find the perimeter and the area, and then you can show me or message me. To find the perimeter, we need to add our outside 10 plus 10, 6 plus 6. So that gives us 32 inches. You want to look to find the area. Where does the base and the height intersect to form a right angle? So what's your base and what's your height?
10 and 5.
Yeah, 10 times 5 there. So what would our area be? 50 inches squared. Good. Okay, you guys are going to open up to the triangles practice that we started in class on Thursday. Let's open up to that.
What is it?
Notability. Okay, so this is what you should be in. We did almost all of it in class last week. Today we're just going to finish off the last two that I had told you to skip, 16 and 17. So you're going to find the area of those parallelograms. Remember, count the units just like we did last week when we counted here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. And then we found our height and we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units, right? Find the area of both those parallelograms.
If it has a right angle in it, will that unit be like double units?
No. And then you're going to submit this to Canvas under F8.9 Triangles Practice. Make sure when you're submitting it to Canvas, you're logged into the Canvas student app first and then send to Notability. Once you submit this to Canvas, right, submit to Canvas, then you can start on your math space.
Are we supposed to do the bottom two?
You're doing the bottom two, yeah. Do the bottom two, and then submit, and then you can start on your math space.